Alright, so my name is Mahira Shika Anarkia. I am the first side of opposition, and I'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. So, in this digitalization world era, with lots of work fields, we will also once considering about our priority despite on the limited budget. Being a mid-class parents, we have plenty things that needs to fulfill with those limited budget. We must think very properly that we could have our money used correctly and could covers all of our needs. Here, we all talk about formal education that we think if we talk about digitalization eras feels unimportant. But here, I've got the point of mistake by the first scope that they didn't bring what they're okay and not. Here, very important to know that deprioritize formal education to pursuing digital skills will not make sense because in formal education we're not only learning about subject lessons but we learn about how life goes on. We learn about rules and we also learn about discipline. Yet we are also make relations by make friends in school, meet lots of people in formal education. There, we are learning lots of things so that we could explore many things with guidance so that we know how, where, and what to explore. In formal education, we found our passion, also ambition to succeed, ambition to compete so we could face the world. I'll take the point from government side when they say that this may considered be good for people who doesn't like to get forced how to think, likely getting ruled on their lives by join or by joining the formal education. But uh, we are not completely agreed with that because, well, maybe for some people that are determined, it was going to be good. But if we saw or we see the implementation of those things in a mini world of curriculum in Indonesia nowadays, which is called by Curriculum Merdeka, where the students were allowed to think and act freely, independently. They are allowed to explore their intention and needs, which is very beneficial to kids or to students who determined on finding their passion. But we could also see in the implementation where students could show their natural characters as a child and teenage. Not only few, but there's plenty of the students that is using those opportunities to spoil themselves with freedom, free to get anything they wanted, free to avoid anything that they don't wanted, being lack of responsibility. So here I say, education is very, very important in everyone's life. We considered that the guidance in formal education is a right to be taken for everyone. We all cannot confirm that everyone could will have a straight, good and guidance life. Talking about students and teenagers, we also cannot confirm that every parents will have their times and knowledge to parenting their kids well. So we need help to guide to confirm that every kids have the right guidance that is monitored right, and we could see it in formal education. And I'll talk about it again, that formal education here is not only talk about subject lessons, but it also teach the students, the kid, to have a proper attitude, to be disciplined and knows about what they wanted, what they should do, and not being lack of responsibilities. Because we all confirm, we all agreed that even the job that you acquaintance in future was not considered about you are from formal education or not. We all agreed that all jobs need that kind of attitude. It implemented in all types of job. So that we hear, um, we are talk about again how important the formal education was. Um, Considering about the children in this nowadays eras, that when the parents cannot guidance them well, but still pursuing them, uh, sorry, I mean, yes, pursuing them with digital utilize, they will maybe drown in a bad flows of internet, of digitalization era, because internet in this digitalization eras will be so dangerous if we didn't use it right. So what I mean is we cannot prioritizing the formal education just because we want people to focus on their skills or following this digitalization eras, but we didn't consider about how the attitude that get educated in formal education is important as well. So that's what I talk about. Proud to oppose.